listens also her own spoken charan vidhi. Second step will be, after first step will be, you'll be a very good listener. You'll be having less and less of speech, but you'll be understanding by listening only. Only listening makes one understand. You're not to, but you have to cultivate to listen your own voice so that you can listen others very well. Otherwise, there is a great lacking in understanding others because we are lacking in the art of listening. Do you get it?
I do understand.
Now, third step will be that Punita reads the Charan Vidhi enough loudly that she can listen her own voice. So, first, reading by Punita, every word, that means concentrated way, focusing, well focused in each and every word. All turns of the world and everything. Second is listening. Now, third is that Punita reading Charan Vidhi relatively by eyes, and Sunita listening also her own spoken Charan Vidhi. Now you'll come to know together by reading Punita as reader and Punita as listener. So you'll try, and third lesson will be, you'll be understanding Punita very well in separateness of experience. That you already achieved, but this practice is very necessary. I hope you understand.
Dadaji.
This is what I want to say. Okay? But step by step you can understand well. And the extent to which you understand well, reading Punita's spoken vidhi relatively by your real viewpoint, from within, your darshan shakti will open out. And Punita's relative vision will get free of mistakes that are there in relatively viewing all relations. Do you understand or not?
Hi, Dadaji.
Does this my talk go to Amin couple? It does not reach them.
Yes,
It does.
It does?
It does.
So you must practice this, and I will take test of you. Will you allow me to take test?
Yes. Yes.
Try to see that you do not fail, and you must have at least passing marks.
We'll try for that.
I would like to call 35% as passing mark.
35%?
In US it is more, I say. I think 40 or 50.
yes.
That is Indian standard.
I see. Okay.
And then further progress will come. And when you get 50 marks in my test, then you will achieve the pure soul powers as opened out for you to live Ajna-wise and experience easily after 50. 50 is the crossing point. It is the fulcrum of a balance. Balance, you know. Goldsmiths are finding weights, different weights, and that central pointer. You understand? Why don't you reply?
Yes, Dadaji.
Yes.
So the central point will not swing much. Gradually, it will come to normality. Do you understand?
Yes.
Dadaji.
And Dada Bhagwan's famous aphorism is that very normal understanding is the moksha understanding and moksha actual living. Do you understand?
Yes, Dada.
We are speaking, my nerves also are get too much strained, but for your sake, we are speaking so loudly to you through this technology. I need not to speak so loudly, I knew I could need to speak only easily, but still our technology is not advanced that much. Our means our Sangh and Mahatmas. The world has got that technology of conferencing and distant talk, etc. So they are trying. Vijay Uncle is trying. Suresh Uncle and those who are linked with it, or more particularly from Germany, Rutvik Patel and Nilesh Patel, both. They are also, because their technology is of very high order there. You understand?
Yes.
Does my voice reach to you?
Yes.
Yes, Dadaji.
Yes.
Okay, all right. All right.
Dadaji, can we take a question from
Now,
Chris in
one
Germany?
question from Germany. There is one question I'm taking. Can I take it?
Yes, Dadaji.
Okay, I will take it. Give me my relative eyes. Natural relative eyes are there, but that also requires this artificial. Okay, all right. So, Rutviji Patel from Germany writes this way, this satsang. Presently, he is in India. But from
No, this one is from Nilesh.
This is from Nilesh from Germany.
Yeah.
And Rutvik is in India for the time being.
Yeah,
So
let me
now,
check.
that question from Nilesh is coming. Let us take it. Vasant, are you all right? All right.
I had the message here, lost it.
Vijay Uncle is so busy. So you guys must get and we come to his help. Along with your work culture, you must. Time spent for this will be the most valuable time. Work culture is always there, otherwise you can't live in America. So now there is a question from Germany, from our German Mahatma, I say, by name Chris, C-H-R-I-S. Chris asks a question to Dadaji. I'm reading out the question. For work, does everyone have a definite job to fulfill? Does everyone have a particular God gift for workplace? It is not out. You hold it. Don't give me. Does everyone have a particular God gift for workplace too? Like someone has a talent in music and becomes musician. So, does each one of us have a particular strength, talent? These are the questions put by Chris. So we are replying to that one by one. For work, does everyone have a definite job to fulfill? Yes. But Chris, You got your father's wealth. So even then, if you keep your mind engaged, you will understand the science of the relative versus real, and real versus relative much better. Mind never sits idle. Day in, day out, is always functioning. So, to keep that mind well focused and engaged, you must have work. For work, to have a living is okay. And always one's own hard-earned money that makes one live one's life will give you a very good satisfaction at heart, even though you have got money from father or whatever it is. Mind you, money of your own self-labor is wonderful. Therefore, everyone have a definite job to fulfill. Yes. Second question, does everyone have a particular God gift for workplace too? God gift means a carry forward from the past to the present. That is the balanced intellect. That is called God gift in the world view and world language. And all over the world, they understand God as like this God gift. Actually, it is a natural gift. Actually, it is a natural gift. A natural gift meaning it is the gift that one always gets carried forward and gets more and more evolved. And you get to more and more experienced state of this science. That is how. It is there, but for that you have to work because body is there. Gift is there, that will be a very additional helping factor, but understanding wise, you have to have a particular some sort of workplace that is of your choice, that is of your liking to the body, relative file, that. So that answers your third question also. I will take it. Like someone has a talent in music and becomes musician. So I hope you understand that question also is answered in the second question. I hope. Krish. Does my voice reach you, Chris? Nilesh? Does my voice reach to you both, Nilesh, Chris? Please reply. Please communicate.
Looks like he's not signing.
What should the Mama go?
So hold on.
This way. Sir, what's the last question, Chris? Does each one of us have a particular strength, talent? What I replied to you, the natural gift that answers this question also. I hope I have reached to you. If not, you have to see it on the YouTube. Okay? Jai Satchidanand. My blessings to you.
Okay. So now the rest of the panel, you can ask Dadaji a question one by one.
Punita's question in detail I have explained.
Okay, so now the next
About
one.
Charan Vidhi, that as explained by you, how you should read Charan Vidhi, that she is practicing, but sometimes she feels that it is not constantly rebelling with me. Where practice makes it constancy to come to constancy of Agna living in a way that relative reading gets well read by real vision. So actual reading is by Shuddhatma of the Pudgal, and Pudgal phases. Whatever phases are there, and each individual one's own phases. That I explained to Punita very well. Any question further?
Dadaji, I have a different question, if I may.
Do ask.
So, Dadaji, I wanted to understand Antaskaran. So I noticed that there is a voice inside of me that's constantly commenting on things that are happening outside. And then at times I feel like my mind is so noisy and busy.
I got your question.
I'm sorry?
I got your question, but further, what last one is what? How?
So how to first, what is this? Is this inner speech that's constantly commenting? What is it? Is it buddhi? And then how to really quiet my mind?
How to?
Quiet my mind.
All right. Mind will never get quieted in this life, but it can work naturally by understanding our own speech and life, all the inner speech of yours. So Antakaran, by Antakaran we mean the body functions from within by Antakaran. That is the real living of the body. And by five senses, external organs living also is as per how one lives internally by the internal organs of everybody and yours. What are those? They are four in compartments. They have their own compartments, but to explain you, I say, but their whole play is through the mind, but it is guided by another intellect compartment. They are guided by a body consciousness compartment, and they are guided by your intellect compartment, which is as per the egoism, inbuilt egoism of the body that is there with you. This is how all these things that happen to you is of the past karma, that you were in liking so much so that I dislike this and it should be this way, liking way. But actually, both are handcuffing. So, whatever liking is to you, what you feel is a file that needs to be disposed of. And what is not liking to you also is a file that needs to be disposed of. So in your spare time, you have to practice like this only to understand yourself and to quiet your mind, as you said. Mind will be functioning, but it will function normally. Do you understand?
Yes, Dadaji.
Well, that is your answer. I hope I have given you a complete answer for your question. Or no?
Yes, Dadaji. So
you wanted to have your own mind quietened.
Yes.
Quietened is well understood. So a mind well understood will be phasing out naturally, normally. I hope you understand. But it happens gradually. It cannot happen by jumping. No. Continually in your spare time, you must dwell on this point, understanding wise, and gradually it will open out in you. So Shuddhatma vision's light, divine light will open out. And your relative vision covering also will get smothered out later. And the extent to which your relative vision covering gets smothered out, to that extent, your mind will become normal. Do you follow?
Yes, Dadaji.
Particularly, you must get freedom from your own intellect, body-built intellect, that is functioning through the body egoism, inbuilt body egoism. So all these are discharging aspects. So past that is carried forward, and that was so much in such a manner that body got formed there, causal, with molecular state, in a molecular state. That body needs to come to the gross level as a physical body, and that is how you get born. Do you understand?
Yes, Dadaji.
You get born not only yourself, but all the relative relations that are there in the body. Not particularly as our, I mean,
Nikhil.
Nikhil, that only Nikhil by name, no. Physical, Pudgals, that is how, because of that relations in your relativity, and Nikhil's relations with your, like that, you get born, as well as Nikhil also get born. And before marriage, you were never knowing, but after, during the marriage ceremony and after that, you came to know itself as, oh. Do you understand?
Yes,
And that is how you go on understanding yourself, naturally living, gradually, step by step, understanding wise. Do you follow?
Yes, Dadaji.
All right. So you have to practice this in your spare time, understanding wise, from within, with your antakaran, so that by real viewpoint, you can, in your real language, you can deal with your internal organs. That is called antakaran, functioning parts.
Yes.
They are like parliamentary system, as Dada Bhagwan is explained, and as we can experience it, that in parliament, final vote comes, and then mind, according to mind, functions go on. Further, is it okay, Nikhil?
Yeah, do you have one more question?
Ek minute, Dadaji, just clarify one thing. તમે કહ્યું કે spare time માં practice કરવાની, તે શું કરવાની? એટલે મનને સમજવાનું, એ practice કરવાની.
સમજવાનું જ છે, practice એટલે સમજવાની practice કહેવાય. અને practice એને કહેવાય કે તારું નામ શું કહ્યું?
શીતલ.
શીતલ, relative શીતલ and real I શુદ્ધાત્મા, એવી રીતે તમારે એનામાં સેટ કરીએ આખું શુદ્ધાત્માનો ઉપયોગ, એટલે કે શુદ્ધાત્માનું seeing aspect ઉપયોગ. Because ઉપયોગ is the natural quality of Shuddhatma. Do you understand? In relative terms, Sheetal understands that I make use of, that is Pudgal. To human. And you cannot understand Upyog as I make use of my real reason. No, you cannot. It functions on its own. So you have to fix it first for the Sheetal. And then you have to, inside you have to be on this, practicing like this inside, in your spare time.
Yes.
You have to find out for the time and sit calmly.
Yes, Dadaji.
In the day 4 or 5 times, whatever you like, you can do that.
Yes.
That is a very high order, highest level of living. You know, understand?
Yes, Dadaji.
Nikhil, do you follow?
I do follow.
Now you want to ask anything?
Yeah, it's similar to that question. But so if we're trying to learn our mind, to learn how our mind operates, is it also possible to learn how our stomach and our heart and our liver and our knees and our elbows, your whole body operates, and what makes that strong, what makes that weak, what's healthy or not healthy. Like, say you have a pain in your knee, can you communicate with your knee or other parts of your body to see how to know your knee?
Okay. Please explain me what he wants to understand in a short manner.
He's asking that if you have the control over the, like, understanding the mind, can you have the control over individual parts of the body, like your heart, your stomach, your knee?
No. You have not got it point. Internal organs and external organs are totally separate, and external organs function as per the functioning of the internal organs. So first functioning helps in the internal organs, and then it comes on the senses. So what you explain me is a confused way. You cannot. Internal organs you have to speak in internal organ language, and external organ you have to put externally language, externally spoken language. The two are different. Two are different. But main is internal organ understanding. That way you have to ask me. Does he wanted to understand that way, or as you said that way?
Nick Hilby, did I clarify that?
Yes. I want to know my internal, I want to see if it's...
Do you want to understand what Parth explain me your question?
I want to know, can I know my internal organs and my body?
And you can know very well, unless and until you know your own internal organ functioning. That means unless you view them by your real vision, then and then that understanding goes on opening out and cleaning out your relative vision, making it pure. And the extent to which relative vision living within I say, gets purer and purer, to that extent your relative vision purity comes into functioning. And to that extent you know, and therefore view and know altogether they happen it. So the extent to which you know your own inner function, and more particularly your own intellect, body built intellect. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Intellect is one part of the internal organ functionings. That is the main guiding part. And if you understand that this, whatever from inside, whatever advice or direction I get, that is from intellect. And if you are going understanding that, oh, this is through my intellect, it is not directly from my vision, Suddhatma vision. So you understand your own intellect better and better. In these times, Kali Yuga, intellect always misguides us, and always we get misdirected. Do you understand? Even though we have achieved this state of Shuddhatma. So there are real Purusharth is there for you, all of you. Sheetal and Nikhil both, and all Mahatmas. So, internal organ understanding is the Akram Vignan science that is called inner science. So real, actual science is inner science. And for the world and from world viewpoint, to understand science by human brains is according to outside brain guided and directed understanding of the all world, that how world is, what world is, which way, this way, that way, like that. But very meaning of the world is not known to the world people. World, to understand as Dada Bhagwan explained that as we have experienced, and so you can experience that Nikhil's mind, Nikhil's speech, more particularly inner speech, that is continually day in and day out going on, and which is interlinked with external speaking, mutual relative speech for Nikhil to Sheetal and everybody, and for Sheetal to Nikhil and everybody. And Nikhil's body living by external senses, same for everybody. You see? So, the science of the relative and the real, and the understanding of it by our own self, to understand our body self, material self, to understand that Pudgal very well from within, so that externally that Pudgal goes on living in a more and more normal and natural way. Nikhil, do you understand?
Yes, yes.
So
I do.
that practice is very, very necessary.
Yeah.
So the extent to which that understanding will develop in you, it will be your own experience. It will go on functioning in you. You can talk to your friend or other Mahatma, young youth or all these things mutually like that. Suppose you want to talk to Parth, you can talk on those lines. Parth also can talk with you all the time. And everybody can talk with everybody. Whether he or she does not matter. Because he and she aspects relate to gender aspects. Do you understand? They are always there. Gender aspect cannot come. And
I think everybody needs to be on mute.
Further,
Dadaji,
Bolo.
question.
Now Parth is asking one question. Come on, Parth.
Dadaji, how does one become a Gnani Purush? And what is the difference between somebody who goes to moksha and becomes then a Gnani Purush?
Well, moksha is not something that you have to go, but relatively speak like that we have to go to moksha. But actually, in fact, you are not going to moksha, but you realize pure soul state vis-a-vis the Parat relative self, body self, from within and without, that is living. You see? So, you realized experience Shuddhatma state is the moksha, and that you are progressing to the moksha. And therefore, the relative understanding, general understanding that we are going to moksha, no, moksha is coming to you. I will give you an example that in your flight, from here you're going to Atlanta, and normal language say, oh, I am going to Atlanta. But actually, you are sitting in the plane, you are not going. Plane is moving, and plane is talking there. But when you speak that I am going to Atlanta, that is the fallacy of worldly understanding. That from that you have to come out. And you have to experience your own moksha. That is freedom. Moksha means freedom from bondage. Whatever files from within and without are there, needs to be lived in a way that your relative vision becomes in tune with the real vision in a way that it gets more and more coming to equalization and equilibrium gradually. Do you understand? All your debit aspects, debit account of life needs to get well understood in a way that you are free of your burden of debt of life, of karmas, debt of karmas. Debt normally relates to karmas, but in relative living, it relates to money aspects, paper aspects, money aspects. But that is not the correct understanding. World-wise, it is true, no doubt. But moksha-wise, moksha understanding-wise, it is not so. Even for millionaires, billionaires, or whatever. And those in the middle, lower, and every common, everywhere, is the same understanding. Same understanding for a debtor as well as creditor. Unless a creditor tries to understand the debtor that has taken loan from the creditor, and unless the loaner who has taken the loan from the creditor understands the creditor in a real sense, to understand the creditor as creditor, he wants to do help it and good it, but he takes for the charges. So that is how relative living is there. Without charge, nothing happens. That means without payments. But in karma is totally different. Karma, you have to earn losses to make you understand and also achieve profit. You achieve profit in our scientific understanding of from within means to achieve profit of the karmas that are all sambhav nikal wise done out. To that extent you earn profit. And the extent to which it does not happen, your debt remains due to you. It will surface out some in future, some other form. It is bound to come. So whatever inner living karmas are faced by you in this relative world as well as in the real world, more particularly in the real world. So for a Mahatma, this, to understanding these, very, very, very pertinent, very, very pertinent for one's own sake, lander as well as borer, both. Shakespearean statement is wonderful there, but who can be like that? Shakespeare, as he was born, was very poor. But out of these plays and appreciations in the royal language and higher echelons, he came to be understood, and through his play, he made money also. But he understood that poverty is not bad, neither richness is good, but the understanding of one's own living, to how to live, that one's need to live neither as a borrower nor a lender. See, he had no knowledge, but that high scale of intellectual understanding was there. He was a natural playwright, natural, poetically, and also lesson-wise, essay-wise, and drama-wise, everything, and acting. You understand? Shakespeare, in whole world he is known that. So you can experience yourself, and your very experience of yourself, of the path, is your Gnani state. Do you understand? But unless you achieve and get to that state, the extent to which you get, and to that extent only you can talk with others at your levels or any level. To that extent only. But people and Mahatmas, for them to understand this fine dividing line between these, that what to do, what satsang and what not satsang, this is very important. A Gnani in all the states today is living before you, life. Though he can be in any state of karmas, no doubt. But if you come to understanding Gnani as a Gnani, by listening to him, by being with him, by understanding him, to that extent you understand your own self very well. A borrower will understand very well, so that he'll be free from borrowing further on, never. But relatively, it depends. Because relative world is already there. Order is there, relative orders. Made by human beings themselves, by the world themselves, by the society themselves. So that will be taken care of like that only. Do you understand? But times are very negative, today's times. And whoever may be there, a Mahatma, very intelligent Mahatma, in society is very well behaved, yet from internally, how one's life is as a Mahatma, that matters totally for our own moksha experience, for our Gnani state experience. The statements are that we have produced a still line of Gnanis, but his statement need to be understood properly. It does not mean that everybody becomes a Gnani. And for to be a Gnani, an experienced one, there cannot be a parallel to it. Parallel means second one. Gnani is unilateral. Do you understand? You want to become a Gnani?
I just want to understand.
No, you have to understand that. A Gnani, when Gnani is existing at that time, so long as the body exists, he is unilaterally living as a Gnani. So that he does not make others understand, but his very living becomes useful for understanding everybody to understand their own selves. Every way, from within and without, I say. Because his encompass of understanding the science of inner living has expanded in understanding so much so and stabilized to that extent that he can be useful for anybody in any state. Do you understand? For a lender also to understand himself as a lender. Let me tell you. For a borrower also to understand himself as a borrower. Even if it relates to Kanubhai himself, I said. Borrowing and any actions that get done are not the actions by Mahatma that he is doing. But in relative world, one sees that how he has acted in this way, that is through his vision he sees, through his interpretation he sees, he interprets the agnyas that way. That is intellectual way of interpretation. All interpretations of agnyas are because of the intellectual power. None other than that. So basically to understand that intellectual power for a borrower lender or for one who wants to get relieved of the karmas, both, mainly karmas I say. Do you understand?
Mainly karma?
Mainly.
Mainly.
Do you follow? So I hope I answered your question. You got it? Anjali, you got it? Punita, you got it? Suketu, you understood?
Hi, Dadaji.
Can I reach you?
Yes, Dadaji.
And
Can I ask you?
Shaila, do I reach
Hi,
you?
Dadaji. Yes, Dadaji, I heard
My voice
everything.
reaches you?
You
And
said something.
Ajay, Rahul, how come you are there? You are a youth. You're so young.
Yes,
A young
Dadaji.
with two fine, beautiful, and intelligent children, and a very understanding wife. Oh, you, Ajay.
Everything with
laughing
your
at me,
grace,
Ajay?
everything with your grace, Dadaji.
Oh, I never claim about my grace. What you say, my grace? I have no claim about that, sir. Let me tell you, Ajay. Today, this Kanubhai, as a Gnani Purush, does not claim to be a Pratyaksh Gnani Purush, but interpretations can be different because everybody's heads are different. Therefore, according to the head, intellectual powers are also different. The extent to which that intellectual powers are samyak I say, balanced, that can function in some way, then and then the interpretation aspect will fade out and naturally it will come in life. This is for everyone. For everyone. No one can escape from this. So now Parker is coming. Come on, boy. Parker and Sejal.
Jai Satchidanand.
Oh, Jai Satchidanand, boy. Come, what you want to ask?
I'm just listening, Dadaji. I think Suketu had a question.
Suketu. Where is Suketu? I don't see him.
Here, Dadaji.
Sejal also I can't see. Sejal. Sejal,
Dada,
you want to ask anything?
Dadaji, can you hear me?
Very well.
Dadaji, I wanted to ask that to understand the relative, the Putgal, Jem Chetem, and not give an opinion, but still correct mistakes, how can one understand that, the duality of that?
Who is asking this? Anand?
Suketu, Dadaji.
From Ukhrij somebody is asking.
No, Suketu.
Suketu is asking.
Hi, Dadaji.
Give me your question again.
Up and down. No, sit down.
The question is to understand the relative, the Putgal, Jem Chetem.
Slowly you speak. To understand the relative, the Putgal, then?
Jem Chetem.
As it is.
Without opinion.
Without opinion.
But correct mistakes. But correct mistakes. But to correct one's mistakes.
Correct.
But to correct one's mistakes.
But to correct one's mistakes, yes. Further.
And when we have to scold ourselves, when we, to correct those mistakes, how do you understand?
Yes, self-scolding you mean to say is very good.
Yeah. So how do you understand that duality?
Self-penalizing is very good. But
how do you understand?
Self-criminalization is worst. Worst. That will make you lose your Mahatma state. Don't criminalize yourself by yourself to yourself. No. You can have that pinching aspect in your heart that how come such mistakes are there? I cannot bear them. I cannot bear them. I need to that those mistakes to be well scolded by me in a way that neither I in a relative living get depressed or live below normal, nor I go above normal, and that I have understood and keep that understanding you keep in is within yourself. That need not be there, not at all. No. What is called understanding after all, Suketu? Understanding is a very experiencing state of living. Very understanding. Understand what is most important word, let me tell you. To understand the science of inner living. That is the science of understanding of the Putgal. The science of understanding of the Suketu and Suketu's Putgal. That is mind-wise, speech-wise, and living-wise. Do you understand? Mainly from within, so that experience from without, with outside communicating aspects of with the world, in the relations, in the field of relativity, it easily comes, naturally. I hope you understood what I meant to say. Or no?
Okay.
Yes. And you, okay?
Yes, Dadaji.
So what your understanding is correct, that you have to from within to live, to see that your negativity is from within. Particularly, all the aspects of within four function, antakaran, gets annulled and removed from you, and your positive aspects to experience yourself distinctly separate as a Suketu from the pure soul state that you have acquired and achieved and you are living 5 Ajna-wise. I hope you understand.
Hi, Dadaji.
And get to this living in the spare times, during the daytime, make this practice hard for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Take time, break, some coffee break or anything, and beyond this.
Hi, Dadaji.
That lady is life. No, that young girl is laughing at me. That is called. What is the name of that girl? Shaila. She is very intelligent. She is Gnani. Are you Gnani, Shaila? Why do you deny? Yes. But for me to be Gnani, to be accepted by my own children, by my husband, by my in-laws, particularly, I consider that as a Gnani state. That to be appreciated and understood by our own nearest relations is the Gnani state. And such a Gnani state then expands in understanding in such a way that gradually it goes out to the world, to others, Mahatmas, the Mahatmas. But those who are not Mahatmas, with them also, with whomever one comes in contact, he understands them very well, as the non-doing living states, non-doing, I say. That means the God state, that is a non-doer state. So you experience, extent to which you experience yourself, you view it outside, more particularly in Mahatmas and generally in the world. Do you understand? That's it. Suketu, I hope you get it.
Yes, Dadaji.
And Shaila? આપણે અંદર રાખવાનું નહીં. હું સમજુ છું એવું અંદર જરાય ઊભું ના થયા દેવું માથું એને અંદર. કારણ કે હું સમજુ છું એવું અંદર રહેશે, માથું ઊભું થશે ને, એ અહંકારનું માથું ઊભું થાય છે. એ બહુ સટલ પોઈન્ટ છે આજ્ઞાધર્મ જીવવામાં. વેરી વેરી સટલ પોઈન્ટ વેર greatest care and સાચવણી શું કહીએ?
Greatest care, like
કેર ને સાચવણી, ચેતવણી.
Warning. Warning.
The greatest warning that should one get for oneself, for one's own relative self. It's the greatest one. That I know, I understand. No. Whatever experience you have gained is not going to go from him. For anybody who has known very well the Pudgal distinctly separate from pure soul, it will be there for him. He need not have to say or keep in his mind. Actually, in these worlds, intellectuals develop too much so that they won't speak out, but it will remain in their inside of everybody. This is the greatest of the greatest negativity aspect of living, that Mahatmas get freedom from it. Otherwise, in such a soul, great subtle manner, it will raise the head and a beach seeds will be planted of Swachanda. Mahatmas understand that Mahatmas સત્સંગ હોય જ નહીં એમને. એ બહુ ભૂલ છે. પોતાના માટે, પોતાના હિત માટે સમજવા માટે બહુ મોટી ભૂલ કહેવાય છે. ના. એટલા માટે હું કઈ જાણતો નથી. અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડિંગ કલ્ટિવેટ થાય બહુ જરૂરનું છે. સત્સંગ કરે, બોલે, કોઈ પણ કરે મહાત્મા, નાના મોટા કોઈ પણ કરે, પણ હું જાણું છું એ રીતે ના થાય. હું સમજાવું છું એ રીતે ના થાય. જેટલો સમજેલો ભાગ છે એ બીજાને કામમાં આવવાનો જ છે. જો એમાં એ વાણીમાં પણ વાણીથી છૂટો પડ્યો હોય તો, નહીં તો નહીં. શૈલા તું સમજી? શૈલા નથી. ઓકે, ઓલ રાઈટ.
દાદાજી, આશીર્વાદ આપો કે એ લઘુત્તમ ભાવ અને હું કંઈક જાણતી નથી એ ભાવમાં નિરંતર રહેવાય તેની માટે
બેઝિક આપણું પરમ વિનય ત્યાં જ ખુલ્લો થશે. અરે વિનય પેલો ખુલ્લો થાય. વિનય કેટલો બધો વિકાસ થવો જોઈએ, ત્યાર પછી પરમ વિનય આવે છે. એકદમ નથી આવતો. પરમ વિનય એટલે આપણે બીજાના ચલાવ્યા ચાલીએ એને પરમ વિનય કહેવાય. પરંતુ આપણે વ્યવહારથી સમજીએ છીએ બીજાના ચાલીએ એટલે જાણે કે કોઈ પેલો આપણો બોસ હોય અને આપણે ગુલામ હોય, એવી એ અર્થમાં એ અર્થ કરતા નથી આપણે, પણ ખરેખર આ દુનિયાનું આવું જ જીવનો છે બધા.
પણ એનાથી પોતાપણું
બીજાના પ્રમાણે આપણે જીવીએ તો અંદર વિનય ખીલશે, નહીં તો નહીં ખીલે. એટલા માટે આપણે આપણી પકડ નથી, આડે નથી, કોઈ જતું નથી, છૂટી ગયું છે. એટલે હવે કોઈ આગ્રહપણું આપણે કોઈને પણ ના હોવું જોઈએ અંદર આપણે, કે મારા પ્રમાણે બધા સમજે કે ચાલે.
દાદાજી, તમને એવું લાગે છે કે એવી ભૂલ છે હજુ રહેલી? કારણ કે આની માટે બહુ પુરુષાર્થમાં રહું છું.
જો
તમને શું લાગે છે
શૈલા?
હા,
છેલ્લા શ્વાસ સુધી ભૂલનો સ્ટોક ખાલી થવાયો નથી આ ભાવમાં, તને કહી દઉં. ભૂલો તો એટલી બધી પડી છે, હજુ તો આપણે દેખાવામાં બહુ જરૂર છે, પુષ્કળ છે. ખૂણે ખાંચરે એટલા બધા શરીરમાં ખૂણા ખાંચરાઓ છે. આ દુનિયા કશું જ નથી, દુનિયા બહુ ટુ સ્મોલ when considered in the as a body, human body aspect. Real world is the body aspect, real human body aspect. That is called world. Unless the body exists and living, where is the world for that one, that body one? Because body is not existing. So for everybody it is so. But the world that we understand from outside, as we have been accustomed from past, so long, so many lives, that needs to get well corrected out. File number one, verily file number one is my world for my Kanubhai. And so for everyone, Mahatma. અને એ વર્લ્ડને એ વર્લ્ડ લિવિંગ થી ફ્રીડમ મળે એટલા માટે ભૂલો જોઈ જ જશે. પોતાનો નિશ્ચય તો હોવો જ જોઈશે કે કમ વોટ મે, ગમે તે અંદર શરીરની ભૂલો હોય મારે જોવી જ છે. કારણ કે હું શુદ્ધાત્મા છું. શુદ્ધાત્માનું લાઈટ પહેલું જયારે લાઈટ અંદર પડે છે, ઇનસાઇડ પડે છે આપણામાં, એ બહારની નથી, ઇનસાઇડમાં લાઈટ આપણું એવું ઓપન થતું જતું જાય, તેમ તેમ બહાર બધી સેન્સીસથી જીવાય અને બહાર બધાને સમજી શકીએ આપણે. એને તો સમજાય ને આપણને. મને તો આવું સમજાયું છે, હું જીવ્યો છું, મને અનુભવ છે આનો.
દાદાજી, તમારી કૃપા ને તમારા અનુભવથી તો અમને બધાને આટલી સમજણ મળી.
જો શૈલા, કૃપા એ તો બરોબર છે, એ તમને લઘુભાવ ખુલ્લો કરે છે. કોઈ મહાત્મા ગમે તેવો હોય ને, કોઈ ગાઢો મહાત્મા દેખાયો હતો પણ એને સમજે કે આની કૃપા મારા પર રહ્યા કરે છે, તો એને એનું જે થશે તેનું નિકાલ થશે. પણ જે સમજે છે એ તો ફાયદો જ કરશે. દાદાના આમાં સૂત્રો ઘણા છે આ બાબતમાં શૈલા. બસ આની પર સત્સંગ કરવા જેવા છે. તમે સમજાયું?
હા દાદા.
આપ તો સૂત્રો છે, દાદાની આખી આપ તો વાણીઓ છે. આ કવિરાજાના પદોમાં વિજ્ઞાન આખું આવે જ છે, પણ ભક્તિ આવે છે, વિજ્ઞાન આવે, જ્ઞાન આવે છે, એનું વિજ્ઞાન આવે છે. અને એ કવિરાજે પોતાની અદભુત ભાષામાં દાદાની કૃપા એ કરીને આખું થયું છે. એમને કોઈ કશું પોતા પર નથી લેવાયું, પરંતુ નિમિત્ત તો ખરું જ ને નવનીતભાઈ નું નિમિત્ત ને. પરંતુ એને એનું નિમિત્તનું એની સમજણમાં આવી ગયું અને કૃપા આ કામ કરતી થઈ. એમાં આવી સુંદર રચનાઓ થઈ ગઈ. અને આજે આખા જગત પર ઉપકાર છે, પરંતુ એને સમજવા માટે તો ઓહો, એ વિજ્ઞાન દ્રષ્ટિવાળો વ્યક્તિ જોઈશે માણસ. વિજ્ઞાન એટલે જેમ છે તેમ જ મારે સમજવું છે, અને તો જ વિજ્ઞાન કહેવાય, નહીં તો નહીં કહેવાય. એમાં જેમ છે તે નથી પણ બધું નીકળી જ જાય. તો છે એમાં નથી પણ નીકળી જશે, એટલે છે એકલું રહેશે પછી. તો જ વિજ્ઞાન સમજાયું કહેવાય. એઝ ઇટ ઇઝ અને એઝ ઇઝ, both ways.
As it is ne as is.
As is, both ways. Very important words I am speaking.
Yes, Dadaji. As it is ne as
okay,
it.
I hope you understand, boy.
Ha, Dadaji.
So now, chalo, do further anything? Anybody else? Punita, you? No, Punita, you get all right? Punita?
હા દાદાજી, સમજો પડી.
તને ગમે છે?
હા, બહુ જ ગમે છે દાદાજી, બહુ જ ગમે છે.
કનુભાઈ ગમે છે એવું ના રાખીશ. હા, સત્સંગ ગમે છે એવું રાખજે, મહેરબાની કરજે તું. કે શરીરમાં તો જવા જેવું જ નથી. આપણે પ્રકૃતિનો એક પૂર્ણ મારામાં આપણે હોય ને તો આપણી પ્રકૃતિ સમજાય તો બીજાની પ્રકૃતિ સમજાશે નહીં તો કેમ નહીં સમજાવવાની? અને મહાત્મા માટે બહુ જરૂરનું છે. આજે અમે જોઈ રહ્યા છીએ વાતાવરણ, અને જ્યાં સમ્યકતાનું સામ્રાજ્ય ચાલવું જોઈએ ત્યાં કોઈ દાવો ના કરી શકે કે અત્યારના વાતાવરણમાં સમ્યકતા પૂરેપૂરી છે. છાતી ઠોકી કહી શકનાર હોય તો બહુ સારી વાત છે, બહુ કામમાં લાગશે, પોતાને લાગશે, લોકોને લાગશે, જગતમાં લાગશે. ચાલો બીજું કઈ છે આગળ કોઈને?
દાદાજી, one more question.
કોણ?
This is Suketu Dadaji.
કોણ? સુકેતુ?
હા દાદાજી,
બોલ.
લાસ્ટ વીક સત્સંગમાં તમે ઉત્તમ ક્ષમાની વાત કરતા હતા, પણ બરોબર
ઉત્તમ સમાધિ?
હા, ઉત્તમ ક્ષમાની સત્સંગ કરતા
ક્ષમા.
હા દાદાજી,
ક્ષમાની વાત કરતા હતા તે
એ સમજણ નહીં આવી.
એમાં સમજણમાં એવું લેવાનું સુકેતો કે આપણી ભૂલો આપણને સમજાતી જતી જાય, અને ભૂલ દેખાઈને ત્યારથી જ એને કરવા મળે. એનો નિયમ છે આખો. આ વિતરાગ પુરુષોનો નિયમ છે, ભગવાનનો નિયમ છે કે દેખાય એ વસ્તુ આપણને દેખાઈ ગઈ, તે દ્રશ્ય દેખાયું, દ્રશ્ય સમજી ગયું, હું દેખાઈ ગયું છું, તો દ્રશ્ય આગળ છૂટવા જ મળે આપણાથી. દ્રશ્ય એટલે આપણે દ્રશ્યમાં જેટલા ભરાઈ પડેલા એ આપણે છૂટતા જઈએ, અને પેલું દ્રશ્ય એટલે પૂતગલ છે જ મુક્ત થતું જાય. આ બહુ ઝીણી વાતો કહીએ છીએ મેં તમને. મને લાગે છે કે તું સમજતો હોઈશ. ક્ષમા એટલે આપણે ભૂલ થઈ હોય એટલે આપણે જ આપણા ફાઇલ ઉપર સુકેતે પોતાના પર એને ક્ષમા ગુણ ખીલ્યો, એને પોતાની ભૂલો એને નો ઓબ્જેક્શન સર્ટિફિકેટ મળતું ગયું, એટલું આપણો ક્ષમાનો ગુણ ખીલતો ગયો. આપણે ક્ષમા નેચરલ થતી ગઈ આપણા હૃદયમાં. એટલે આપણે એ રીતે જીવાય પછી, અને એનું લેવલ ટોપમોસ્ટ થાય, એને ઉત્તમ કહ્યું. ઉત્તમ ક્ષમા. ઓછું થાય, શરૂઆતથી થાય, પછી આવે, વધતું જાય, મિડલમાં વધતું આગળ, અને ટોપમોસ્ટ પર જાય ક્ષમા. એને ઉત્તમ ક્ષમા કહ્યું. એને ક્ષમા કરવી નથી પડતી, એનાથી જીવાય છે એ રીતે હૃદયમાં જ. કે એનું ગમે તેવું બુરું ગમે તેવું કરતા હોય, બોલતા હોય, ગમે તેવું હોય, ગારો બોલે, આ કરે, વખાણ કરે, ગમે તે કરે, પરંતુ એની ક્ષમાયુક્ત જીવનનું હૃદયમાં એનું છે જીવન, એ એને અસર ના કરે. અને ક્ષમા ક્યાં હોય કે સહન ના થાય એવા સંજોગોમાં, બહુ ખોટા સંજોગોમાં, વાણી ના હોય, વર્તન ના હોય, બધી રીતના હોય, વ્યવહાર ના હોય, તેમાં એ અંદરથી એવું સુંદર તપ ઉભું થાય છે, અને પેલો ક્ષમાનો ગુણ ખીલો છે, એટલે એ તપ સંભાવ નિકાલ કરે છે એનો. એ મહાત્મા જે હોય તે, જેને જે થાય તે. અમે 57 વર્ષથી આ જીવીએ છીએ. દાદા મળ્યા પછી ઘણું જીવ્યા છીએ, પરંતુ કોઈ મહાત્માને સમજવા માટે મહાત્મા જોડે એનો પરિચય ના બધું કેળવાયું હોય, તેમાં દાદા ભગવાને બહુ ચેતવણી આપી છે, ખાસ કરીને કે બે મહાત્માઓના પરમાણુઓનું સરખાપણું હોય ને ત્યાં બંને એકબીજાથી ચેતીને રહેવું. બસ બહુ મુશ્કેલ છે, આકરું કામ છે આ. જ્યાં પોતાની પૂતગલની સમજણોમાં સરખાપણું લાગે ને, અને એ રીતે રહીએ, અને પછી અમે બહુ ખોટું છે, એમાં તો બહુ જોખમ છે, બહુ મોટું. એમાં તો ચેતવણી માગે છે, જાગૃત થઈ જવું જોઈએ કે સરખું છે, રહીશું, બધું ગમે છે મને, પણ ના, એ મારું નથી. મહાત્માનું મહાત્માને સમજવું જ પડશે. એને બહુ જોખમ છે. આ તો બહુ ઝીણી વાત છે. દાદાએ ઘણી રીતે સમજાવી છે. જેને સમજવું હોય તો દાદાનું બધું જ છે અંદર, જોઈ લે, અને પોતા પર એપ્લાય કરી જુએ, બધું સમજાશે. બીજું કઈ છે આગળ કોઈને? એટલે મનન તું સાંભળ્યું કે નહીં? શું કહેતું તારું ભાઈ?
એ મારી સાથે નથી આજે દાદા.
મનન તું are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening, Dada.
તો તને ગમે છે?
Yes, very
તને
much
કામમાં
so.
લાગે છે?
કામમાં લાગે છે દાદા.
કામમાં લગાડી લે તું તારા માટે જ. અજય, તું તને ગમે છે? અને ડોક્ટર આનંદ શું કહે છે? What Dr. Anand says. You get it? Dr. Anand.
हाँ दादाजी, जय सच्चिदानंद.
That's good. I like you. I like you very much. Get to it and understand yourself very well, your relative self very well, so that you are not to come into use for others to understand you, but automatically you will be understood by others. Do you understand the extent to which you have understood your own Pudgal self? That is file number 1. I hope that's it. Anything further? Let it come.
We have some time.
50, we can give you more, 15 minutes more.
15 minutes.
Come on.
Dada, can I ask you a question?
Look here, youngsters. Oh, who is coming here? Ram. Na.
Hi, Dada.
Oh, my Ram Tirtha.
I've been here. Hi, Dada. Jai Sachidanand.
Ram Tirtha. Tirtha is a very important word, mind you. You are very accountable to the world and everybody in the house.
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
How much accountable?
100%, Dada.
Nice to see you, Ram. Come on.
Yes, Dada.
What do you want to say?
Nothing, Dada. We're just here at the Hilton Garden, the hotel. It's opening up in 3 days. So just if we can say one Tri Mantra, if you can lead with all the Mahatmas, we would really much, appreciate your blessings here, Dada.
Which hotel in Nashville or some other place?
No, in Knoxville. આપણે જોવા આવેલા ને?
તે complete થઈ ગઈ?
Yes. જો અસીમ છે.
અરે, અસીમ. Asim boy.
હા દાદા.
You are my guru.
દાદાજી જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ.
Asim, my guru, my best guru, my best teacher.
જો દાદા બતાઉં તમને.
Why don't you ask me that at least for a day you please come to me?
We were definitely coming, Dadaji, very soon.
All right, does not matter. But I am very happy that Nashville motel is now getting opened by our relative efforts.
Yes, Dada.
Real relation with the relative relation with the real, not the real relation with the relative. It is either way. But relative relation is with the real, and that is how in all relative living one needs to understand what is real and what is not real. What is relative and what is not relative, both ways. And that makes one understand the relative and real aspects of the life all over the world, in whichever religion or belief or faith one may be, but that understanding will grow in one. And that way, that intellectual development on a positive scale will go on developing in everybody. You understand? And this is the very contribution of this Gnani through Mahatmas and through youth and everybody. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now let us go to Germany, to Chris and Nilesh. Let me go to them.
They're not on the chat.
Okay. All right. Chalo, Mahatma, anything further you want to ask? Go ahead. I have got 15 minutes more for you. 15 minutes means 15 into 60 seconds, mind you. 900 moments. Come on now, spend it well. That is called real spending of karmas and time. Come on.
Dadaji?
Kaun? Anand?
Anand.
Very good, Anand. Come, boy.
Dadaji, how should we understand the difference between Nishchay and Bhav?
Yes. Well, the difference between Nishchay and Bhav is there is no difference. Bhav means Nishchay and Nishchay means Bhav. So that word Bhav is very important. It relates to Suddhatma only and existence aspect of Suddhatma only. And that too, our experience state that we have achieved that part also. It is called the perpetual existence of the Suddhatma, that is Svabhav, and that is to be understood as Svabhav, Shuddhatma Bhav. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So word Bhav is that way very, very important to understand relatively in relation to Pudgal, to understand Pudgal as it is. So our Shuddhatma state is Svabhav and Pudgal state is Parbhav. So by understanding by Svabhav, Pudgal as Pudgal is, not never as Pudgal was, never, don't go in the past. Past is past, gone. Nor as Pudgal will be, but as Pudgal is, as is. That is Anand's Pudgal as is and as it is, whichever way it is, that way. I hope you understand Bhav and Nishchay difference. Anand.
Dadaji, as it is and as
Because Bhav Shabda is related to the Dravya. Dravya is different and Bhav is different. Dravya relates to relative Pudgal. That is called, in relative Pudgal, what a human being or Anand lives in with likes and dislikes in him that are phasing out, phases, but Anand is living there. So, opinion should not rise anyway, liking wise or disliking wise. That way Anand has to live. That is, that by Suddhatma Svabhav you will be living with Anand. So that Anand, that is Parbhav, we will become normal living Anand. Do you understand? So Bhav and Dravya are basic words. Dravya relates to Pudgal and Bhav relates to Suddhatma. Do you follow? Bhav relates to perpetuality and Dravya relates to temporary aspects. Do you understand? So that is the difference. And that is how Shuddhatma and Bhav same for Mahatmas. But in worship aspect of understanding the life, Dharma, and observing Dharma, it is not that understood in the finity of it, with fine dividing lines, as Dada Bhagwan has explained. Sometime we'll take that also, okay? Dravya and Bhav understanding. Look here, Anand. For a human being to understand the science of understanding God, it is in the perpetual state, and the science of understanding the Pudgal in its temporary phasing out phases, and to understand Pudgal as Pudgal in its original quality. This science is very important, I tell you, and that is how Mahatmas are living out whole Agnya-wise living life with Bhav Dravya causal creations inside. Do you understand? Because they live by Agnyas. So long as there is an effort, causal, then creations are bound to happen. But these efforts are positive efforts. Therefore, inside causal living and causal creations that happen at mind level, along with the speech and expression and all that, and expressions means opinion-free expressions, as well as relative body living externally, gradually it comes. Do you understand? As understanding grows. So our Bhav Dravya pure state, moksha going like, is getting all causally formed inside, in subtle, very extremely subtle form. Nobody can see that except a Gnani who understands very well. Mahatma can understand the extent to which that understanding has developed, not otherwise. And world, by doership, whatever faith, belief is there. Suppose Jainas, Vaishnavas, Shivas in India. In world also, you can say intellect is there. Today, intellect has developed so much so. But mostly it is on the violent scale, negative scale of development of intellect. That is how it you see technically also all around, how it is misused. The same means which can be misused, if they rightly used, one can benefit from them. Dada Bhagwan has said these. We have experienced this, we are experiencing now also, and we are living also that way. We understand that. But it's not subject to speaking myself that, oh, understanding never say that I have understood. No. It's a state of living, experience state of living. Understand what is a very simple word, but it is the basic word in this Kali Yuga, most important word to understand this inner science of the relative versus real versus relative, and relative as relative, to understand relative purely as relative is, not never as relative was, nor never as relative will be, but as relative is, as is. That's it. That is continual Vartman living. Do you understand? Anand?
Hello.
You understood such a great technology in medical. Double degree you are, double master you are becoming. Huh? So you understand very well. So understand very well and talk with others, I tell you, wherever times come. Okay? Amongst your medical faculties or others or whomever we come across, where circumstances are there that, oh, this talk can be at this time. Okay? So anything further? How still another 2-3 minutes I can give you. I said 200 seconds. Moments. Chalo, I speak out 3 mantra. 3 mantra we have to recite in such a way at heart that the mantras, 5 mantras of highest developments, 5 developments, out of which 4 are the highest for the world. And the second one is our ultimate goal, final goal, Siddha. So that, as well as Vasudeva Dharma, and we must understand Lord Krishna, Yogesh Krishna, as a Purushottam Purush. Means Uttam Purush. In world, different Purush means relative things. He's Uttam, top, on the positive scale. So we namaskar like that. In our vision, it should be like that. And Om Namah Shivaya. As we have said many a number of times that Shiv Swarup is Gnani's Swarup. Gnani means an experienced Gnani. One who is Agna Dharma, verily is being lived out in his or her body. Anyway, it can happen, but particularly his. In a way that he has not to be Agnavais, but it gets on lived out as Agnavais. Efforts are not there. Naturally it has come. That is called experience. My dear youth people, youth Mahatmas, I am very happy to understand that you understand all these aspects. I get to understanding it well. I hope Anjali is before me. She also understands. No. So Parth, Vijaybai. So 3 mantras I recite. You also follow with me. Namo Vitragai. Vitragai means Vitrag living. And to that namaskar. Whoever lives that way, our namaskar to them. But we start now mantra. Namo Varihantanam. The moment we see Varihantanam, our upyog should be on Simandar Swami through the medium of Dada Bhagwan. You upyog તમે ગોઠવી શકો છો. નમો સિદ્ધાણમ એટલે કે જે સિદ્ધ સ્વરૂપ છે બધા સિદ્ધ ભગવંતો થઈ ગયા છે બધા એમને આપણું અલ્ટિમેટ ગોલ છે one of them today we have tasted that state and we will be one of them that is our final goal namo ariyanam that means basic 5 principles of achieving moksha that is total liberation and those highly evolved higher ones who have digested the 5 basic principles of living a vitrag life and vitrag living. Acharya. Namo Vazayanam. Those who have understood well, to a good extent, these 5 principles, and to that extent, they are able to explain to others and give lessons for them to those, their upadhyayas. Namo Loe Savasaunam. Loe means Saralukma, everywhere, all around. જે સાધુ પુરુષો છે તેમને નમસ્કાર. પાંચમો નમસ્કાર છે અત્યારે મહાવિદ્ય તીર્થ ક્ષેત્રમાં જ છે અને અહીંયા આગળ મહાત્માઓ એમાં આવી શકે પરંતુ એ બહુ જવાબદારી મહાત્માની મહાત્મા તરીકે રહેવાની છે કે આપણે આવા નમસ્કારમાં આવીએ છીએ તો હું મારે કેટલું આ કુદરતી જીવનમાં હું મારો પુરુષાર્થ હોય કે જે જીવાય નેચરલી કુદરતી રીતે એફર્ટલેસલી એ દરેક મહાત્માની પોતાના માટે ફરજ છે એમાં બીજા કોઈ ઉપર ઉપકાર નથી કરતા આપણે આપણા પર ઉપકાર થાય છે પહેલો અને એટલા માટે આપણાથી બીજાને લાભ થાય છે આ 5 નમસ્કાર કયા એટલે અહીંયા ભારતમાં બહુ મુશ્કેલ છે છતાં દાદા ભગવાનમાં બધું જ પાંચોના સ્વરૂપ આવી ગયા હતા કે આપણે દાદા ભગવાનને જેટલો ઉપયોગમાં રાખીએ તેટલું બધાને પ્રગતિ થાય દાદા ભગવાને શરીરથી નથી શરીરથી સમજવાનું નથી એટલે જેને જે સમજાય તે આજે એ રીતે કરવાનું પણ શરીરથી સમજાય એવા જ્ઞાની પુરુષ હોય તો બધાને બહુ લાભ થાય નિધિધ્યાસન માટે શરીરની જરૂર છે શરીર વગર નિધિધ્યાસન થતું નથી છે પણ બહુ ઝીણું છે બહુ સૂક્ષ્મ છે દાદાની જે સ્થૂળતમ અને સૂક્ષ્મતમ ભૂલો કહે છે ને ત્યાં આગળ એ સ્ટેજ એમનું છે આખું મોટું એક નિધિધ્યાસન બહુ જુદું છે અને સૂક્ષ્મ નિધિધ્યાસન કે છે એટલે કે પૌદ્ગલિક નહીં શુદ્ધાત્મા વિઝન વાઇઝ and શુદ્ધાત્મા knowing aspects wise every way of understanding the Pudgal through all phases all through all phases sampurna and sarvan all through means sampurna and all sarvang means all phases wise totally Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya તો કે યોગ પુરુષ છે વાસુદેવ ઉત્તમ મનુષ્ય લેવલમાં પોઝિટિવિટી યોગ સ્વરૂપે જે જીવે છે આજે સુદર્શન ચક્રથી એમને હું નમસ્કાર કરું છું કૃષ્ણ ભગવાન આપણો ઉપયોગ કઈ રીતે હોય દાદા ભગવાનની સાક્ષી અને ઓમ નમઃ શિવાય એટલે અનુભવ જ્ઞાની પુરુષનું જેના દિલમાં બેઠા છે અને જેમને સમજાય છે અને લાગે છે ત્યાં સુધી જે માને એટલું પ્રમાણે હોય તો એમને એ માટે એ છે શિવનું સ્વરૂપ એ છે એ કલ્યાણ છે મહાત્મા માત્ર કલ્યાણ ભાવ પ્રાપ્ત થયો છે પણ કલ્યાણ ભાવ શું છે તે સમજાયું નથી એ ભાવ છે નથી સમજાયું આનંદ આઈ હોપ યુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ એ ક્રિયા નથી ઇટ ઇઝ નોટ પુદ્ગલ ક્રિયા યુ આનંદ યુ અન્ડરસ્ટેન્ડ ધેટ્સ ઇટ કલ્યાણ ભાવ નોમી કરો બહુ મજાની કરવાનો શબ્દ મૂક્યો છે એટલે જીવવાના અર્થમાં લેવાનું છે શું જીવાય એ રીતે દિલથી કલ્યાણ ભાવથી હૃદયથી ધેટ્સ ઇટ જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ બોલો બધા
જય સચ્ચિદાનંદ
બધા પહોંચી ગયું next Sunday
no not next Sunday
next Sunday we are not
2 weeks from now
2 weeks from now because next Sunday I may not be there I'm able to be with you but 2 weeks from now that means
2 weeks
the date
December
1st December next Sunday okay right
every 15 days
And every alternate Sunday we will meet. Okay. In between, whatever you listen and you want to understand, you be on it by practice. So that next time after 15 days we come, you come with proper questions to understand verily your own self. Okay?
And also one request that you send ahead of time a question that you would like to ask Dadaji.
You must.
You can email me.
Look,
your question.
In a short time, in 1 hour or 1.5 hours at the most, the question that we can deal with, you can send it to us, Vijay Bhai. That is much better aspect.
Or post it on a WhatsApp.
And whatever 2 fortnights were practiced and you understood, you speak, and what you need to understand more, on that you can put questions. And put it on WhatsApp.
On a WhatsApp.
WhatsApp only. Whatever, 1 or 2 questions from whoever wants to do that. Okay? Gradually we'll go forward in this. My blessings to all of you. I am with you all the time because I am duty bound to be with you for my own good. Not your good, but my own good. That is called Swarth. Swarth is composed of 2 words. Swa, earth. That means Shuddha, Swa means Shuddhatma. Earth means for the very purpose. That is how it is.
I know.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Very good.